Florida may be known for its beaches and theme parks, but what if I told you there are hidden corners of the state that feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale? These serene, mystical spots, ranging from lush, secluded parks to otherworldly springs, offer a peaceful escape from everyday life. In this video, I will take you through 12 fairy tale places that you would never believe exist right here in Florida. Are you ready? Let's get started. First up on our journey is Bok Tower Gardens, located in Lake Wales, which is in central Florida. This place is an enchanting hidden gem that looks like something out of a fantasy movie. Tell me this does not look like Rapunzel's tower from Tangled. Now, unlike Rapunzel's tower, this one houses a carillon and it's played daily for guest enjoyment. Listen here. How beautiful is that? The gardens here are filled with lush landscapes, towering trees, and serene pathways that truly feel like a fairy tale. The next thing you're going to want to do is explore El Retiro, which is a historic 1930s mansion. You can walk around the outside, or you can go inside for an additional cost. I absolutely love how photogenic this area is. There are so many little grottos, gardens, and water features to explore. If you're coming with children, there is a gigantic kids area called Hammock Hollow, which is basically the most magical play area of all time. There are museums and places to eat at the entrance, making Bok Towers the perfect Florida day out that you probably didn't know about. Next up, we have Green Springs Park, which is located near Sanford, just outside of the Orlando area. This place looks like Jurassic Park mixed with like the Witch's Cauldron in Grimm's fairy tales. It is totally spooky and so amazing. Now, this is a small park, but the enchanting vibes had me staying here for a couple of hours. I don't know why, I just couldn't get enough. It is so unique. Green Springs is completely 100% free to visit, and I am obsessed with the color of this water, which really adds to the Grimm's fairy tale vibe. Now, unlike other springs, there is absolutely no swimming here because there are alligators and snakes present, and we were blessed to be able to see the one that calls this spring home. This is one of the rare sulfur springs in Florida, so if it smells like rotten eggs, you'll know why. Green Springs is also home to a variety of trails, and this is the part that really feels like Jurassic Park to me. Don't skip it. This is truly one of the most unique hidden gems that I've ever seen in Florida. Number 3 is Cedar Lakes Woods and Gardens, located in Williston. This place is absolutely incredible, and I think it's one of the best kept secrets in the entire state. The entire garden is built around a 100-year-old limestone quarry, and you're going to want to start by exploring the rim. There are so many things to do at the top part of the garden, like all of these little bridges with viewpoints, and then you slowly work your way down to the bottom. Now on the bottom, there are a variety of little pathways, bridges, and other things that you can see. My favorite part here are the waterfalls, and there are lots of picnic areas, including this one that's up close and personal with this beautiful waterfall. There is some nature, including koi fish, and they are located at my favorite waterfall in the park because you can walk behind it. Cedar Lakes Woods and Gardens is open all year, and during Christmas, they even have a massive Christmas lights display. This place doesn't even really feel like Florida, and it is so whimsical to explore. Up next, we have the Ringling Museum, located in Sarasota. As soon as you arrive, you are transported to a magical oasis as you walk through these beautiful entry gates. We are going to start by visiting the Italian-style mansion located in the back of the property. You can tour the inside of the home for an additional cost, or just walk around the outside, which is included in your entry. The architecture here is truly outstanding, and I'm totally obsessed. Next, I highly recommend exploring the incredible banyan trees on property. I love banyan trees. They really do make you feel like you're in a fairy tale. Finally, visit my favorite spot, which is the private art collection. It really reminds me of the Louvre in France. I cannot believe we have something like this right here in Florida. When you are done with the art galleries, don't forget to explore the stunning gardens, statues, and architecture located in the courtyard right outside. The Ringling Museum truly feels like stepping into a romantic fairy tale and shouldn't be missed. Number 5 is the Morikami Museum and Japanese Gardens located in Delray Beach. When I tell you that you can feel the magic of this place from the moment that you arrive, I am really not exaggerating. Now, there are a variety of gardens that you will see during your visit, and these gardens are modeled after different time periods throughout Japanese history. For example, there is a bonsai garden. I love bonsai trees, so this was one of my favorite parts and so cool to see. This park is absolutely massive. I spent over 3 hours here and it still wasn't enough to see everything, so I do recommend budgeting enough time to make your way through the gardens. I also got to see both fall foliage and spring flowers in the same visit, and I got to experience what it was like under the rain, which was really magical and lent to the fairy tale vibe. Now, when you're done with the gardens, head back and explore the museum itself. There are a variety of exhibits, an educational film, and even a gift shop where you can buy some Japanese snacks to eat on the car ride home. The Morikami Museum is one of the most underrated fairy tale places that you can visit in Florida. Next up is the Sunken Gardens located in St. Petersburg. This garden is a tropical hideaway in the middle of the city and is home to more than 50,000 plants and flowers. It is over 100 years old, and the Sunken Gardens are actually St. Pete's oldest living museum. Now, there are a variety of gardens here, tons of magical places to sit, and there's even wildlife that you can see, such as flamingos. They've always been my favorite. When you visit, you will wander through winding pathways surrounded by towering palms, beautiful flowers, and cascading waterfalls. I also love this koi pond, which has a gorgeous bridge and is the perfect spot to take photos during your visit. The Sunken Gardens are built in a naturally formed sinkhole, and it feels like you're transported to a fairy tale world when you're here. This is a calm and quiet garden that holds a peaceful magic compared to the city streets just outside. Number 7 is the completely incredible Rainbow Springs State Park located in Dunellen. Now, this park is known for its stunning crystal clear water, and it is home to one of the largest springs in Florida. Yes, you can swim here, and the water is a constant 72 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, but that isn't even the best part. First, I am obsessed with this park when it's in bloom during the winter and spring. Just look at these beautiful flowers. But my favorite part is this trail featuring all of these waterfalls, because it's not every day that you get to see waterfalls in Florida. Rainbow Springs truly feels like stepping into a fairy tale forest. Now, some waterfalls are smaller, but some are towering and surrounded by lush greenery. I feel like a lot of people come here for swimming, and that is really fun, but skip out on seeing the multitude of waterfalls and trails down along the water. This place truly feels like an enchanting fairy tale, and you really should visit. Up next is the Marietta Museum of Art and Whimsy located in Sarasota. This place is so much fun and feels like stepping into Alice in Wonderland. There is a large outdoor area filled with whimsical art, such as these chairs made to resemble different animals, wind chimes made with shells, and blown glass lawn ornaments. I love these giant pink flamingos, this green alligator, and of course, walking over this bridge. The whole museum is nestled under the canopy of a historic oak grove and features both stunning orchids and native tropical plants. Now, when you're done with the garden, head indoors and explore the collections of paintings, sculptures, and stained glass. Every single room here is decorated, including the bathrooms, which you're encouraged to go inside and explore. The Marietta Museum is 100% free, but accepts donations and is only open from November through May and operates on limited hours, so make sure to check online before your visit. If you've always wanted to step into the world of whimsical fairy tale art, put this place on your list. Number 9, we have the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens located in Miami. Now, this place is gorgeous from the moment that you arrive and feels like a peaceful escape in the heart of a large city. First, you're going to start off by exploring the Gilded Age Mansion, which is a historic home from around 1915, and it's absolutely giant and beautiful to walk around. This room with all of these stained glass panels is my favorite. Then you're going to want to head outside where you're going to visit this swimming pool. I feel like a lot of people skip over this, and there's also a small garden that's nearby that's never crowded. Now, this house is set directly on the water, and you should absolutely walk around the waterfront and explore. My favorite area is this beautiful green gazebo. I love the pastel color, and don't forget to look up. Finally, you're gonna want to visit the massive private gardens that are on the property. These are quite large and take a while to walk around if you want to get the full experience. The Vizcaya Museum feels like stepping into a romance novel, and I highly recommend budgeting at least 3 hours to visit so you can get the most out of your experience. Next up is the Key West Butterfly and Nature Conservatory located in, you guessed it, Key West. Now, this is easily one of the most magical and unexpected places on this list. I was pretty sure that I would like this butterfly garden, but I was not prepared for the feeling of pure enchantment from the moment that I walked in. I have been to many butterfly gardens all around the world, and this one easily had the most active butterflies that I've ever experienced. They were flying all over for my entire visit. Now, this is a fairly small conservatory, but I ended up spending quite a long time here because it felt like stepping into a living fairy tale. The free-flying butterflies flutter all around you as you stroll through lush gardens filled with vibrant flowers. They also have tons of tropical birds, seriously so many different beautiful kinds, as well as flamingos and even turtles. Trust me when I tell you, I'm still looking forward to my next visit to this magical oasis. Number 11, we have the Selby Botanical Gardens located in Sarasota. These gardens are an absolute dream for plant lovers, and as soon as you step inside, you will forget that you were just in the heart of downtown Sarasota. There are so many sections to this garden, and I recommend budgeting a few hours for your visit. They also host rotating exhibits, so each time you visit, you will see something different. The entire garden is thoughtfully designed with many areas that feel like you're stepping into a fairy tale, like this pond with a waterfall, this conservatory, or this incredible area with swinging bridges through the banyan trees. There is even a banyan tree tunnel that you can walk through. I also love that there are fun instruments where you can play gentle music. There are 2 historic homes on the property. One houses a museum and one houses the cafe. Don't forget to walk to the end of the gardens for a beautiful view of downtown Sarasota over the water. There is something so peaceful and immersive about visiting here, and the Selby Botanical Gardens should be on your list. Finally, we have Maclay Gardens State Park located in Tallahassee. This place is a masterpiece of floral architecture, and it totally rivals any English garden or any of the other gardens that I visited in Europe. Check out this view. This makes me feel like I'm on a lake in Italy. I highly recommend visiting during bloom season, which is January through April, with a peak being in late February. There is an additional fee to visit these absolutely stunning gardens when they're in full bloom. This park even has cobblestone pathways like some of the European gardens that I visited. Now, Maclay Gardens should definitely be on your list if you're a photographer, because just look at these gorgeous blooms, but you do not have to be a photographer in order to enjoy the stunning nature here. The combination of flowers, Spanish moss, cobblestone pathways, and beautiful water features creates a scene that feels both elegant and romantic. Okay, so who knew that there were so many places in Florida that look like fairy tales? These destinations prove that you don't have to go far to find a little magic. In fact, we have plenty right here in the Sunshine State. Have you been to any of these fairy tale places, or do you have another whimsical favorite to suggest? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.